right, Northcentral Connected. It is December 2022. We made through Thanksgiving.
Did you get JD dancing?
I think I can do it.
Okay.
Because I want to thank the rest of James Brown Band for doing our new theme music here. No,
you hear that? You just
yeah, no, it's yeah.
I didn't.
I mean, okay, let's try this again. All right, no. My name is Justin Jaggers. I am your media specialist. I am joined once again by our CEO and General Manager Kevin Doddridge.
Good day.
Our safety director of safety and loss control, JD Cox.
Good to be here.
And part-time dancer. And our director of marketing and business development, Michael Bellapani.
Hey.
So we survived one holiday. We've got a few more to get through, I guess, and then 2023 kicks off. you didn't look too excited about that. Barely survived. Okay.
I'm still hung up on the dancing. I'm sorry.
I'm
moving on.
I think that's I need to figure out how to make that a screensaver. So I think it'd be great,
Sometimes you just
having a bad day, watch JD dance.
Watch JD dance.
got to be able to laugh at yourself sometimes.
Absolutely,
you just got to be able to do that.
All right, so now that we're completely off track, we're going to throw it to you, Kevin.
Thank you. I'll get
maybe
us out
salvage
of the ditch.
this.
I will. No, you mentioned it's been a good week and everything, and it is. We had a threat of severe weather the other night. And a lot of times when you get in this time of year, you're coming off Thanksgiving, you're moving into Christmas, you can't help but look back on things you're thankful about. And I got to be honest, I'm thankful that didn't turn out any worse than it did. I can go back, and I'm sure some of the people that are watching this, listening to this, can go back even further, but I can go back to the late 80s, and it seemed as though in this area we were always very susceptible to the December tornado. I know that we had them back in the late 80s when I first started working here. And, we had some pretty violent ones that, one was, I believe, in 2015. Mm-hmm. And some of our worst storms that we've seen have come in December. So I'm thankful that the weather came through. And as we say, we weathered it well. Out of about 35,000 accounts out there, I think we lost power to about 200 was our height sometime that night. And I say this every month. A lot of that is attributed to the emphasis that we've put on maintaining the system, and I believe it's pushing 1,000 poles that we've changed out in the last 12 months. The massive amount of right-of-way that we've cut, and that's some of those things. They benefit the system, but it just doesn't jump out at you. A lot of people don't realize it when the power doesn't go out, when in many areas it should. When I get something across my phone at night that tells me there's thousands out to the north or to the west of us, and maybe to the southeast of us, and we're in pretty good shape. So I'm thankful that we've made decisions, that the staff has worked hard, and we've had the approval of the board to move forward with a lot. It's a pretty big spend that we put out there, but I think it just pays for itself every day in reliability. I can't see my notes. I have to wear glasses to do a podcast. But, other things that I am thankful about. And I know that we've struggled this last year with several things, but I am thankful that in a nation that has seen really escalated energy prices and oil prices, that we're still pretty much 20%, somewhere in there, below the norm. And it's not as bad as it is in other places. And that we can somehow appreciate that. And that's difficult to do when your bill's high, and when you see in pain at the gas pump. And we all know that the war in Russia and the Ukraine is continuing, and there's a lot of allies trying to work out a deal to where maybe they curtail, block, cheapen Russian production. So this thing's not over yet. And, the United States, we're not just an importer, but we are an exporter of oil. We are part of a ginormous, is that a word? Ginormous world market, so those things do affect us, and we hope it doesn't get any worse, but glad that we're still significantly below average. We've been concerned all this year about material issues, that our inability to get materials to maintain and build the system like we want to. And fortunately, we haven't had a huge issue with poles, and we've been able to mitigate most of them. And I'm just so thankful that something that looked like it could have possibly really held us up in an age of a lot of new construction, that didn't take place. Fiber, which I'm very close at my home to getting, I think. I've been told is something that I look forward to being thankful for, high-speed internet. But I'm also thankful it's been a project that has moved slow. It is moved deliberately, but at the same time, it's one of the better quality products I think you're going to see. Reliability is off the chart. It's affordable, and we're looking at about 3,000 customers that are getting a high-speed internet service that before did not have that. And what's so great about the connectivity, I mean, you could just go on and on and on about all the things that you can do and the way it's being utilized throughout our system. And I love hearing those stories of people. I mean, one was just, I'm the house where all the kids come over now because they can game or they can do this. Yeah. So that's a great thing and something that we're very thankful for. So we've had a good year. I mean, we've had some setbacks. We've definitely had challenges, but nothing catastrophic. We've worked through them, and I think the next year looks great. And we've got a lot of plans for next year. So we hope to double down on fiber, and we've tried to come up with a way to streamline the process to get the product out even quicker. We've entered into Michael, our third purchase power agreement. That's right. With solar companies. We don't buy panels and get in the solar business, but we're reaping the benefit of long-term contracts with cheaper power, which will save our membership hundreds of thousands of dollars in this year alone. And as wholesale prices continue to go up, and that solar power stays consistent, you'll see more and more value. And we're stepping out there next year and hoping to find some locations for some EV chargers to eliminate that anxiety. We got more and more people in our community that are driving electric vehicles, most of them, and wisely charge at home. But if you got some public places out there, if you start getting a little nervous and getting low on the charge, we're talking to some companies, some developers that have put in some large new retail type developments. I think Michael's been working with them along with Larry and our engineering staff to make sure that we get a good footprint in there. So we had some challenges this year. We came out better than worse, and looking forward to next year.
Okay. And now that we're hitting this holiday season, it's getting colder, it's getting stormier, it's getting dangerous. So
I just said things were going so good.
Well, okay, yes, in one.
The sun is out
yes.
today.
Yeah, sun is out today, but not for too much longer.
You have to be prepared. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. So, JD, what do you have for us?
Well, kind of going along with some of the things that Kevin mentioned as far as being thankful. Another great year as far as safety goes. All of the things that North Central has been able to do to help move the community forward and provide service. And our employees have done that very safely. They've worked very safe, done a good job, very thankful for that. A couple events coming up next week. Northwest Community College, the utility line worker program will have their expo next week. About 14 young men will graduate that program. And as they do every semester, they've invited a lot of the business community out, parents, grandparents. They'll come out to the event. And it's just an opportunity for the young men to show what they've done over the past 15 or 16 weeks.
Great group of young men. I spoke to them earlier in the week, and I mean, they were locked in, they were engaged, and you kind of wish you could hire them all sometimes.
I know. It makes you feel good. You go down there, they've got a great instructor, it's a great program, and they're really being prepared to enter into the workforce and really provide some good opportunities for those young men. So look forward to that. Also next week, we'll be going down towards Tupelo with our safety demonstration trailer. MDOT is having a safety and health fair down there. 400 or 500 people are going to come through there. And as much as MDOT works around, utility lines and things of that nature, it gives us an opportunity, to exchange some of the things they may encounter, and show them, things that they may want to watch for while they're in the process of doing their work. So we look forward to that opportunity and appreciate being invited to that.
I'll be there taking pictures.
Absolutely, 100%.
I was told that yesterday.
You got voluntold?
That happens a lot.
And, Kevin talked a little bit about, how the system has fared and some of the challenging weather that we faced. And, one of the things I like to remind everybody about when we come into storm season is really if you have an outage, make sure that you report the outage. Please don't assume, that we know about it. A lot of people, when the lights go out, maybe in their subdivision or whatever, they think, somebody will call it in. Don't assume that. Make sure that you do call in, let us know about it. Please don't try to do that on any of the social media platforms or whatever. There's direct ways that you're supposed to be reporting those
And
outage
it can really
calls.
help us in our outage management system trying to predict where the faults are based on the phone calls. It really helps us. So, to the best you can.
We can't
Absolutely.
even. We have to tell them that message. We can't report outages via social media. Please
That's
call
right.
us 662-895-2151 to report any outages or anything like that. But yeah, we definitely try to keep people updated as much as possible. But there's only so much information that we can get out at a time.
And when you have those situations, staff is constantly trying to decide, where to focus, the resources at. And so, making sure that we have all the outage information, that really helps us to do that and get them back on just as quickly as possible. And with that, really kind of, wanted to make sure that also we're having our emergency kits. Make sure we got cell phones charged up if they're predicting bad weather. As always, make sure that, you got some water and stuff like that on hand.
Ours is in the corner over here with the beef jerky.
Well, it's just a good practice, to make sure that you have those things on hand, at least, for a day or so anyway, get you through a day. That's really a big deal to make sure that you have those on hand. And then kind of switching gears, talking about something that I guess most utility companies may kind of shy away from. And Kevin already mentioned some of the projects that we're involved in, and kind of something that I'm proud of. And, when you talk about solar projects and things of that nature, just things that we are doing, to help the environment, be environmentally conscious. Kevin mentioned the solar projects that we're entering. Certainly, that will help, in that regards. We have a large LED streetlight project going on in Olive Branch right now. And you think about how we're installing more efficient fixtures. And then when we're taking those old fixtures down, naturally they have the older bulbs and capacitors and stuff like that, and those streetlight heads. And, we're just not taking that and just putting it in the dump. We are responsibly disposing of those items, recycling what we can. Just a lot of bulbs, capacitors, batteries, things of that nature. We just want to make sure that we're doing our part and disposing of those things responsibly. The electric vehicle chargers, we have some charging stations here. Kevin and Michael are looking and talking about, where possibly we could partner with others and put some other ones in place for the community to use. I think that's important. And, when we talk about all the make ready, Kevin talks about all the poles and everything that's being changed out, all the right of way that's being done. There are a lot of products that we have to deal with, the poles that we change out, somewhere around 1,000 poles. What are we doing with those poles? No, we're just not filling up, landfills with it. We're disposing of those properly in the proper way to make sure that it's done so that it doesn't harm.
And we're not building barns and fences out of them
That's exactly right. So,
anymore.
and then we have a lot of scrap wire and stuff like that that's generated by all of the make-ready work. We're not just filling that in the landfill. We're putting it, using scrap metal bins and disposing of it properly. And then last but not least, something that I think that North Central does better than most. And anytime, it doesn't happen often, but anytime we have any type of transformer oil spill, any type of equipment spill, we absolutely 100% clean that up to the best of our ability. We have contractors that are on call 24/7, environmental contractors that can come in and help us with that. And we keep up with it so that if, anybody ever has any concerns about what we've done, we absolutely can speak to that. So if you look at all of those things just, through the lens of the environment, I think we are doing a great job of being a good custodian of our resources and making sure that we're not negatively impacting our area. And that's all that I have.
All right. So now we go on to community events.
Yeah.
And your opportunities to meet Santa.
That's right. We've got a number of them, and it is the holidays, but I want to kind of look back on something I was thankful for, and continue to be thankful for each year is our partnerships and our ability to serve our members in more ways than just providing them with electricity. Our employees got together in partnership with Sacred Heart Southern Missions the week before Thanksgiving and distributed nearly 230 Thanksgiving food boxes to low-income or fixed-income members in Bahia and Olive Branch.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and folks are really just thankful for that. And it's an opportunity for our employees to get together and do some good together. And that's a great feeling as well. Sacred Heart Southern Missions is a great organization for those that are in need, providing emergency assistance for like food, clothing, utilities. They've got 6 social service offices that serve DeSoto, Tate, Tunica, Marshall, and Benton counties. So to learn more about them, SHSM, SacredHeartSouthernMissions.org. Please visit there. Yeah, and also on Facebook, and you can see how you could support them or partner with them or refer somebody in need to them. Speaking of funding for the community, TVA has approved again to reimburse or to match grants to the Community Care Fund. This is a fund that was established in the middle of the pandemic to take care of needs arising from the pandemic, and it's kind of evolving into just overall general community needs. How do we support the needs of our unique service areas? So we've been approved, and we'll be funding $22,000, which TVA will match, and that's going to be held in an account with the Community Foundation of Northwest Mississippi, and we'll be addressing areas of need there with some of our nonprofits in the community. So it is Christmas time, and we have got an exciting new attraction in Olive Branch in Northwest Mississippi, unlike anything you're going to see.
Awesome.
It is called the Light Garden. I know you've heard the buzz.
Are you still checking the voltage out there every time you go?
I've been out there about every other night. Just to make
How many
sure
times you
everything's
cry?
okay.
He's the new age Clark Griswold. But the Light Garden, if you don't know, it's a walk-through light show in Olive Branch City Park, and I believe it's about a mile long, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely.
And really beautiful attractions. What I was told was it was very Instagram-worthy, Insta-worthy. And they have a stage and food trucks and Pink's coffee shops out there. So local bands and groups.
Yeah, and the funnel cakes that are like it was strawberry mix. Yeah. Because I put some stuff on Instagram for it, and me and the family went out to visit that, and it's really cool. And we've got a great little light tunnel in there, and you can go around twice if you really like it. So, I mean, 2 miles.
It's great, but a great attraction,
Yeah.
and just really contributes to the livability of our community. And Olive Branch Mayor and Board of Aldermen have committed to a total of 3 years, and with that commitment, North Central committed to upgrade some of the infrastructure in the park, along with a partnership with DeSoto County Electric and the Olive Branch Chamber of Commerce to really make this possible. So check it out, Light Garden online. Lightgarden.online is the website to buy tickets. They're not really that expensive, but a good way to get out with your family and kick off the holiday season. And we're going to kick it off in fine fashion this Saturday the 3rd, at 2 o'clock with the Olive Branch Christmas Parade. And as customarily, we will pull our float through the streets of Old Town with Santa in tow.
We will let the candy go.
Yep. We're the only organization that is allowed to throw candy, by the way. And so you got to wait till the end of the parade.
Has the candy come in yet?
We're getting that.
We've got to go to Santa's Club. Or Santa's got to go to Santa's Club.
And there's another opportunity to see Santa on the 10th, Saturday the 10th at 6 o'clock when the parade will be going on in the town of Byhalia. And also we in our office at North Central, if you have not seen our Christmas tree, it's Instagram worthy.
It's viewable from Highway 78.
But Santa's going to visit
old
our
and new.
office. On December 21st, Santa will visit our office, and you'll have an opportunity to come and have your children, grandchildren, or even yourself a photo with Santa. He'll be here from 11 to 2 in our lobby on December 21st. I want to give a quick promotion. We are a proud supporter of an organization called Buy a Tree, Save a Life, and it's a tree farm in the back of Silo Square. It's not a true farm, but it's a tree lot. So the funds, proceeds of that go to support Healing Hearts Child Advocacy Center in South Haven, which is a great organization, and also support some overseas orphanages. So it's a Buy a Tree, Save a Life in the back of Silo Square to get your live Christmas tree.
If you've already bought your tree, can you still help save a life?
You can. They're accepting donations.
Exactly.
And
Get another tree. We got 2 or 3.
with this being the last podcast, likely, hopefully, of the year.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Outside of any
We're
storm
so
updates.
sick of each other this year.
Please don't make us do this again.
I'm going to give y'all some far out events and talk a little bit about fiber in just a minute. That's why we keep that to the end, is so people will stay on. But the Crystal Ball is going to be on January 21st at the South Haven Arena. And that's going to be an event themed A Night in Havana. It's a formal event honoring the great work that the Community Foundation of Northwest Mississippi does. Their Stars of Hope this year are going to be Ben and Aaron Napier of HGTV's hometown. Fine Mississippians, great people. So if you'd like to attend or sponsor, please visit cfnm.org for the Community Foundation of Northwest Mississippi.
Wear a Cuban tuxedo.
Cuban tuxedo.
It's a black tie.
I do have a white dinner jacket. I have to wheel that one out.
You might. And if you don't want to wear something black tie, have to jump in there a month later, February 18th, I believe it is, in Olive Branch. It's the first annual Olive Twig Mardi Gras Parade. So I hope you can prepare the Christmas float,
It's going to be impressive.
Mardi Gras it,
Yeah.
It's going to
throw
be
out some moon
impressive.
pies, and that you can.
Are we bringing Santa to that one?
We're gonna bring somebody.
That's going to be a neat event, though. I mean, the city's really, again, another thing to contribute to the livability of our community. The
Right.
city's committed the city park for that, I believe. And
The old town
Old
area,
Town,
and
yeah.
it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a little, really family oriented. It's going to be kind of made more after the small town Mardi Gras parades that you see in the South, and really not a New Orleans type event. It's going to be a lot of fun, and that money's going to go through the Olive Twigs and help support a lot of scholarships. So a lot of fun stuff going on. You can wear a tuxedo or you can wear beads.
Something with the beads too, right? Just making sure. Okay.
Well, let me throw one more event out there right now, because
JD, you got any events?
they're soliciting sponsorships for this right now, and this is an inaugural event, and it's called the Northwest Community College Spring Soiree,
Oh yeah.
and that will be on March 25th, I believe, Saturday in March, and in the lovely new Performing Arts Center. It's a fantastic an event center that they just completed construction on.
Will there be entertainment?
There will be entertainment. A special performance by Marty Stewart and his fabulous superlatives. So, if y'all want to look into that, visit northwestms.edu. They have an event on Facebook if you want to search for it, but it is called the Spring Soiree supporting Northwest Community College.
So we have figured out the next 4 months of entertainment for people in this area.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But just part of it.
that's just
I know. I'm just saying. It's like, you're welcome.
the fun's just beginning. And speaking of entertainment, many people are using Northcentral Connect services, fiber to the home services, to stream and game at their house, and we're getting tremendous feedback from those that have already been able to subscribe, and a lot of anticipatory messages from those who are patiently waiting. So we appreciate the patience.
I'm not patient anymore.
We use that term loosely. Patient.
It's so close. I'm
It's so close.
excited.
But I'll break it here. I'll break the news here that our Miller phase is progressing a lot faster now, and we will I've been assured by the end of this month that we will have service available in all of Dawkins Farm subdivision and Gwynn Farms and some of the homes along College Road. So you be looking for those emails if you've registered your interest. And there will be our first cabinet will open in the Barton phase fairly soon too, within a matter of weeks. So we're really pushing our contractors and trying to advance this work. But I do want to say this. Please understand that we're in there and try to be good stewards of your property as well, and working in these rights of way and easements. And sometimes there is damage that's done. Yards tend to settle when we do underground work, and I know human nature is to immediately just go to social media, but we can't fix something we're not aware of, and we do want to fix it. We want to go back in and try and repair any damage that could be done with this underground work. So just give us a call, 662-895-2151, or email us at info@northcentralelectric.com, or customer service at northcentralelectric.com. But we're staying on this project. We're trying to advance the ball and get more people connected just as quickly as possible.
Little bit of pain, but it's going to be so worth it.
Yes.
Not going to just have that continuous wheel up there all the time. Service is going to be fantastic.
And it's not too often you see JD this giddy.
I'm so excited. It's been
Are
a
you going to
long
get it
time.
before me?
If I do, I won't say.
So that's how you know we're not playing favoritism with Northcentral
I'm
Connect.
dead
Because
last.
the guy at the top, who has no one else to talk to about when he can get service, doesn't have service right now.
JD's going to have awesome internet.
And I will say this for folks in southern Marshall County, the Mariana and Chulahoma phases, we're doing all the make-ready work that is needing to be done, trimming right away, doing the engineering and getting all that changed out. So it's coming. Just hang in there with us.
Yeah. And I actually talked to a student today that was telling us how much easier it is for him to do his homework now that he has faster internet.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it has the possibility of improving your child's grades. So just keep that in mind. But anyways, that is it for us. We will see you in 2023. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Vimeo, TikTok, Snapchat, and a partridge. I'm sorry. And you can find us on social media, North Central Connect, North Central Electric. We're putting out content every day. We're showing off photos and of all the work that we do, and so we really like to share that with you guys. But we will see you next year.
Thank you.